This is the opportunity that you can introduce what is allowance, right? And you start giving that little amount of money for every extra job that they do. This is Jose Taramona, director of Ludus Mastery, and this is again Imparables. Today, episode 14. What are we talking about? We're talking about how to teach our kids the value of money. So you cannot miss this episode. Remember, if you like our content, subscribe, right? Thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, thumbs down. Share this, our social media, share this video, and let's start. So how do we teach our kids the value of money? Let's start from the beginning, right? Remember that when we start teaching something to our kids, everything comes from behavior. Is our behavior around money healthy, or is not serving as much? Like if your parents, for example, did spend a lot of money, and I see that, or you see that, you're going to spend without regardless of consequence. But in the other hand, if when you were a kid, your parents always tell you, oh, I don't have money, or money's so bad, you're going to grow up with that psychology about money's not good, and I'm never going to have money. So remember, our kids always learn from our behavior. So the first thing to teach our kids about money and the value of money is behave with value, right? Demonstrate those behaviors that we are careful about money and that we make the best decisions that we can. When all these start, maybe when your child or your children start understanding that every time that you go to buy something, you have to pay with this credit card or with this paper money. And then you start asking these questions, right? What is this? Why do we use this? Why is the meaning of this? And when these start coming, is the best way to start introducing these little concepts about the value of money and how do we use money. Psychologists have told us, and in many books of psychology says that these kids start having the interest about learning new concepts about money from 2 or 3 years old, right? However, how are they willing to actually understand about money? It will take a little longer. So what I would suggest is when they start understanding really the concept about sharing, the concept about exchange, is when we should start actually introducing these kind of concepts, like around 6, 7, or 8 years old. Depends on your child development and depends how outspoken or how exposed are they to money and to transactions. Now the question comes, how do we get this money, right? Now we understand, right? Our kids understand that we actually, it's an exchange, right? We give money and we get something that for us is valuable. So now how we get the money? It depends of your situation. How do you wanna really send a message? What I teach my kids is that they get money when they have results. In the higher level those results come, the most amount of money they're going to get. Now, in your situation, you could not share this with me. Remember, I'm an entrepreneur. I like to teach my kids from the entrepreneurial way. You can teach your kids, if you work so many hours, you get money. Or if you work this much, you get money. So however you teach them, the idea is that they have the concept clear, right? In my situation, I like to teach my kids, hey, you give me these results, you get money. As the most amount of effort and the best that you return that result, you will get more money and your work will be more valuable. So how do we get money? It depends on what your situation is and what you really want to demonstrate towards your kids. This is the opportunity that you can introduce what is allowance, right? And you start giving that little amount of money for every extra job that they do. So be careful. Chores are no part of this job that they're doing for money, right? For example, my kids still have to have A's in their school still have to do their bed when they wake up. They have to still brush their teeth. They still have to take the trash. They have to still clean their room. That's part of their chores. What I'm talking about is doing extra job that you can give them and pay them in base of their results. So if they give you, the job half done, you get a little bit. If you have the whole job, you get a more. And if you have the best that you can, you give them more. So remember to reward, not in base of the time that they take it, but in the results that they give you. Right? And then the same in your business, the same in your team. It's not about rewarding for the time that they work, but for the results that they give back to you. So it's really important when you get these allowances, the right amount of money for the result that they are having. Now, it comes to, what do we do with that money? If you're going to start giving money, we have to start teaching our kids what are you going to use the money for. They already know they're going to have to change for something that is valuable for them. So at this point, we introduce the way to how to buy in the way that is a savvy way to buy, an intelligent way to buy something. Right? And there's a lot of things that comes in place, but something that I've done is always create objective. So we're going to do this project, you're going to work in the weekend, so you're going to cut the grass, whatever it is. But why are you going to use the money for? So to me, it's like putting an objective in what is this concept of money around. That's going to teach, in my opinion, two things. The first thing, patience. Because it's going to teach the kids to actually save money for something greater that they have. And to understand, to combat that feeling of desire of trying to buy other things around, because they start seeing how their little piggy bank or their little bank account start growing little by little. So it's really, really, really important putting an objective of when they're going to buy something, why are they going to buy it, and if they really need it or not. Talking about patience is bringing me back to this wonderful theory about the marshmallow test. And I don't know if you hear about this, but the marshmallow test is this test that was conducted by one of these big universities. I don't remember if it was Harvard or Yale, but one of those. And what it was is like they put a bunch of kids, right? Like 20 or 30 kids. And they asked this question. If you do this job, I give you this marshmallow today. Alright? Or I give you this marshmallow in an hour. But if you wait for 2 hours, I will give you 2 marshmallows. Besides all the results, the most important part was that there is some kids that actually say, no, I'm gonna get what I can right now. But it was other kids that actually wait the 2 hours to get 2 marshmallows. So now if we can teach this to our kids, think about it, we can teach them a smart way to invest. A smart way to actually be patient for the greater accomplishments. And to me, an investment and as an entrepreneur, that's one of the best skills that every entrepreneur should have. I hope this episode was valuable for you. Don't forget to follow us. Please share the information if it was valuable. And thank you very, very much for being here and listening. We'll see you in the next episode of Imparables.